Yeah, nobody is spontaneously combusting anymore these days. But I was looking into it a little bit, and I did find a person who was reported officially by the coroner to have spontaneously combusted in December of 2010. So that is not that long ago, right?
That isn't. I thought you were gonna say like at least the 90s.
Right? That was in, I think, Ireland, they said. Yeah, Ireland. And the coroner said he couldn't figure out how it happened, so he's going to rule it spontaneous human combustion then.
Is that what that is though? When they're like,
Right. Well, and I was wondering before looking into it, do we not see it as much anymore because clothing is made differently? Did people not know about like invisible flame back in the day? Because that's a thing. Like, do you know about that? You see it a lot in like NASCAR. They made a joke about it in Talladega Nights. They're a gas. It's the kind of gas in the car. So when it burns, it's invisible. So people sometimes will get in these accidents in NASCAR. They'll be running around screaming like they're on fire, and you can't see anything. Nothing. But they're on fire.
well, and it said the victims are chronic alcoholics. Like these were the characteristics from a British medical journal in the 1930s. Chronic alcoholics, elderly women.
Yes, it's a lot of times they're old people.
The hands and feet usually fall off. Jesus, I didn't even know that. Oh, it caused very little damage to combustible things in contact with the body. The body has left its residue of greasy and fetid ashes.
Yeah. When you look into it, it dates back all the way back to the 1700s.
People were also drinking like grain alcohol.
Yes.
Literally, like percentage of their blood
Could be super high, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's like a couple of different things they think might be going on here. And the fact that a commonality a lot of times in this is that people are alcoholics. Like it could be that something's going on and they're literally more flammable.
Okay, but also imagine, so you're drinking alcohol,
Yes.
right? Your body's metabolizing that. You light up a cigarette?
A lot of times people think it's like metaphysical, right? When you really look into it, people would say that there weren't flame sources at all these spontaneous combustions, but when you actually look into it, there were. Like they would be sitting by fires or be by lamps, but like not a regular lamp. We're talking like, a lamp with a flame or something like that. Like there were fire sources. And then another thing is a lot of these people were either old, somehow immobile, overweight, or they just couldn't move that quickly. I just feel like it's poor investigation, maybe, at the end of the day. And that's why we don't see it as much. And you saw it in this small little town, County Galway in Ireland. It's probably because they don't have the resources to actually investigate
it's a designation, right? Like
people will get all weirded out about how the body's the only thing that burns, and sometimes it's not even the whole body. Apparently there's something called the wick effect that can happen. Yeah. What that is say somebody, like, we'll use a cigarette as the example. Somebody has a cigarette, they use the example, they think a lot of people had heart attacks, and then they would like lose consciousness while they were smoking and then light themselves on fire. But what will happen is you have this flame source, and then it catches your clothes on fire, and then it burns your skin until it gets to your fat. And then the fat, along with the clothing, creates this feedback loop, and you're basically a candle. And so it will keep going until the fat is gone, until it burns through your fat or the fabric. It like works together. And then that's why it also doesn't spread. Another reason why it doesn't spread is because they found through this experiment that when you burn human bone, it like adds something to the fire, which makes it like contained. Isn't that wild though?
that is fucking wild.
Yeah.